Bitter gourd is one of those foods that sparks strong reactions the moment it's mentioned. Some people swear by it, calling it a miracle vegetable, while others cringe at the memory of its sharp, lingering bitterness. You might know it as bitter melon, ampalaya, or karela, depending on where you're from. No matter the name, this bumpy green vegetable has earned a reputation that goes far beyond taste. So today let's answer, what exactly is bitter gourd? Why is it so bitter? And why has it survived centuries of cooking traditions despite being so challenging to eat? To understand bitter gourd, we need to look at its biology, history, and the surprising reasons people keep coming back to it. Let's get into it, right here, on History of Simple Things. Bitter gourd is a tropical and subtropical vine belonging to the cucumber family, also known as Cucurbitaceae. That makes it a close relative of cucumbers, squash, pumpkins, and melons. Despite the name bitter melon, it's actually eaten as a vegetable in most cuisines. The plant produces elongated green fruits with a wrinkled, bumpy surface that looks almost alien compared to smoother vegetables. Inside, it contains pale flesh and soft seeds, which turn bright red when the fruit becomes fully ripe. Unlike sweet melons, bitter gourd is harvested while still green and unripe. This is when its bitterness is strongest and its texture is firm. Once it ripens, the bitterness softens slightly, but by then it's usually too soft for traditional cooking. What makes bitter gourd truly unique is that its defining flavor isn't accidental. It's a core part of what the plant is. The bitterness of bitter gourd isn't just a quirk of nature. It's a chemical defense system. The vegetable contains compounds like momorticin and cucurbitacin, which trigger the bitter taste receptors on our tongue. These compounds evolved to discourage animals from eating the fruit before the seeds were ready. In the wild, bitterness acts as a warning signal, telling predators, "This isn't food for you yet." Humans, however, have a long history of ignoring nature's warnings when something proves useful. Over time, people learned that bitterness doesn't necessarily mean danger. In fact, many cultures associate bitter flavors with medicinal benefits. This explains why bitter gourd, despite its intense taste, became a staple in traditional diets rather than disappearing from kitchens altogether. Bitter gourd is believed to have originated in South Asia, particularly in regions of India and Southeast Asia. From there, it spread across Asia, Africa, and eventually the Caribbean and South America through trade routes and migration. Today, it's commonly used in Filipino, Indian, Chinese, Thai, and Indonesian cooking, among many others. Each region developed its own relationship with bitter gourd. In some cultures, it's eaten regularly as a health food. In others, it's used sparingly, carefully balanced with spices, eggs, or meats to tame its bitterness. Despite these regional differences, the vegetable's role remains consistent. Bitter gourd is rarely just about flavor. It's about purpose. Yes, bitter gourd and bitter melon are the same thing. The difference is purely linguistic. Bitter gourd is more commonly used in South Asia and parts of Southeast Asia, while bitter melon is often used in Western countries and Chinese cuisine. In the Philippines, it's widely known as ampalaya, a name that carries strong cultural meaning and childhood memories for many people. Regardless of what you call it, the vegetable itself doesn't change. The bitterness, texture, and nutritional profile remain the same. What changes is how people prepare it and how they feel about it. Bitter gourd is surprisingly versatile in the kitchen. It can be sliced thin and stir-fried, stuffed with meat, simmered in soups, or mixed with eggs to soften its sharp edge. In Filipino cuisine, it's often paired with eggs or used in dishes where its bitterness contrasts with savory flavors. In Indian cooking, it's frequently fried with spices or stuffed and slow-cooked to mellow the taste. Chinese cuisine often uses it in soups or quick stir-fries with fermented black beans. One common preparation technique across cultures is salting. By sprinkling salt on sliced bitter gourd and squeezing out the liquid, some of the bitterness is reduced. This doesn't remove the bitterness completely, but it makes the vegetable more approachable, especially for first-time eaters. Bitter gourd's reputation as a health food is one of the main reasons it has endured for so long. Traditionally, it has been associated with digestion, blood sugar regulation, and overall balance in the body. While modern science continues to study these claims, what's undeniable is that bitter gourd is low in calories and rich in nutrients. It contains vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin A, along with fiber and antioxidants. The bitterness itself is often linked to digestive stimulation, which is why bitter foods are commonly eaten before or alongside meals in traditional diets. For many people, eating bitter gourd isn't just about nourishment. It's about maintaining discipline and balance in their diet. So what exactly is bitter gourd? It's a vegetable, a medicine, a cultural symbol, and a test of taste, all rolled into one. Its bitterness isn't a flaw, it's the very thing that defines it. Bitter gourd has survived generations not because it's pleasant, but because it's meaningful. It connects people to tradition, health, and the idea that food can be more than just pleasure. Whether you love it, tolerate it, or avoid it entirely, bitter gourd has earned its place in kitchens around the world. And perhaps that's its greatest achievement, not winning everyone over, but refusing to be ignored. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.